Hello and welcome to the Bot Box. Okay, I confess. I ran out of time. For those of you who don't know, Bigger Brothers episode way back in December 2020 was heavily delayed to the point where these two fights that I'm going to talk about didn't actually get talked about because it was very nearly delayed to the point where it was the Monday after I was originally planning on doing the episode. I thought with what limited time I had, I probably wouldn't be able to find the International Tag Team Terror fights aired on Nickelodeon. So I didn't. However, since then, I've talked about Rick, I've talked about Cat 3, both of which were in these fights, and I included them. So, therefore, it is only right that I address Bigger Brother's involvement. And here we are. I can't say shades on. We're just gonna get on with it. Okay. Bigger Brother was a tag team terror partner of Thunderbirds, but I don't call Team Big Brother wearing shades on a regular basis, so I'm just leaving it out. Let's talk about the fights. So we know Bigger Brother, it's a great flipperbot of the rear hinged variety that was soon to be a Robot Wars grand finalist and runner-up via beating two of the previous series grand finalists, Chaos 2 and Hypnodisc. No mean feat. Here in the International Tag Team Terror, it was aired with Axbot Cat 3 and first faced Flipper Rick and Crusher Ming 3. Cat 3 and Rick were the first out, Cat 3 missing with a fair few axe strikes. In fact, Rick actually managed to flip Cat 3. So Bigger Brother showed up to rescue Cat 3. Ming 3 showed up to attack Cat 3. I am so glad I managed to retrieve these from behind the freezer where they had ended up last time I threw them. That means I can fold them up like this. Into a little paper aeroplane, which is not going to be very aerodynamic, admittedly, because none of my paper planes are. Even less so when they've been paper's been crumpled into all. Airtag Team Terror rules, which have now left the building, so that actually flew quite well. Managed to get it over to the other side of the room and everything. Anyway, so they're good. Anyway, Ming 3 dragged Cat 3 away before Bigger Brother tried to rescue Cat 3 and flip Ming 3. Ming 3, however, had a self-riser which he used to get back on his wheels, and being a crusher, put a hole in Bigger Brother, because that's what crushers do when they encounter other robots, they put holes in them. Bigger Brother got free only to get axed by Cat 3, its teammate, which Bigger Brother had just rescued, before getting free from Cat 3's axe and going after Ming 3. Cat 3, meanwhile, had stopped, but it did get going again. Rick was actually trying to flip Bigger Brother as time ran out in the judges' recording. They ruled in favour of Ming 3 and Rick. So, it's time for the third place playoff. Cat 3 was non-functional. It had a case of the poorly, so that meant Bigger Brother was left to fight alone against Zanzara and Runaway, both spinners. Zanzara being a spinner of the vertical persuasion. However, Bigger Brother this time only had the one opponent to fight because Runaway also had a case of the poorlies. So that left Zanzara, which was barely functional. It just barely got itself back together. Well, humans got Zanzara back together just barely in time. Also, Zanzara had wings on it. And little eyes on stalks. Bigger Brother flipped Zanzara early on. Zanzara landed on its wheels, so Bigger Brother pushed Zanzara around. Zanzara, in the process, only just escaped dead metal, but that meant Bigger Brother could come in for the attack again and flip Zanzara on its side. Zanzara couldn't get out of that, so Shunt rocked up, accidentally righted Zanzara, and dead metal rocked up, attacked, and even the little wings weren't safe. One of them got bent. That's just wrong. You can't attack little wings on robots. Time out as Zanzara was never actually counted out because of Shunt's intervention accidentally righting Zanzara, and the judges were called in. They ruled in favour of Bigger Brother, understandably so. Now, normally I would say what I thought about Bigger Brother, but I already did that in its episode. It was a very good robot and a worthy finalist, worthy runner-up. And if things were different, maybe it could have been champion, who knows. However, I have to say this is not Bigger Brother's shining out, it's not its finest moment. That obviously was Series 5. But it did show what it was capable of in its fight against Zanzara, even though it was, again, not its greatest performance. It showed it could fight, and Zanzara was not healthy robot going in. Maybe the fight would have been different if Zanzara had been healthy, but I guess we'll never know. So, who's next? That's a very good question. And I have remembered the next week's robot here in my hand. Ooh, who likes dragons? Because next week, here be dragons. We have got Trumpelot. Oh, also fire. Hands up if you like actual fire-breathing dragons. Until next week, Carlson244, out.